reviewing the news, pop culture, video games, movies, and shoes. Quincy and Justin with a nerdy forecast. So stay a while and welcome to the Ugly Mugs Podcast.
Welcome to the Ugly Mugs Podcast. I'm your host, Justin.
I'm your other host, Quincy.
It's very cold tonight, and it was very dark very early.
Yeah, it's messing up my work days.
Ooh. Do you have to wake up earlier, or do you just get more done in the day?
Right now, work is a little slow, so I can get away with not having to wake up too much earlier. But as it goes on, I get busier days. I absolutely have to get up earlier because my job is restricted to daylight hours. So.
Yeah, gotta make sure you got all that light.
Yep.
Drinking anything special over there, Q?
I got me Starbies, and then I've got my backup drink for when that is done. Oops, there goes the pencil. I have a Fanta Zero Sugar Orange.
Ooh, you had mentioned that you started drinking a little bit more of the zero sugar stuff, and
Yes.
I used to be very blaspheme of it, where I'd be like, "No sugar equals no fun." But after trying like a Dr. Pepper Zero, and be like, "This actually isn't that bad." Like, I can tell it doesn't have sugar, but it's not like, ugh. It doesn't leave that weird sucrose-style tinge on the tongue.
Yeah, it doesn't have that weird aspartame afterwards that you get from the diets.
Right. And I'm like, okay, fine, that can stay. And then I've been drinking, like, Truly, that are only, like, 100 calories, I think, 100, something like that. Very inexpensive to the caloric intake. To which I'm like, that's caloric.
I think that's how it said.
Oh, okay. Well, even still, I drink those just fine. I'm losing a little bit of weight. I feel lighter. I feel better. So
Pretty.
But right now I'm drinking a Monster the Beast hard alcohol 6% Killer Sunrise.
Okay.
Yeah, there was another one in the box called Pink Poison, and I'm just like, I don't want to be drinking anything. I don't want to be called. I don't want to drink poison. I don't.
Yeah, that's a name choice.
No. I've been playing a lot of Black Ops 6.
Like, how much is a lot? How many hours are we thinking?
I've already put in about 35 hours since it's dropped. Yeah. I also put in a little bit of time on the Monster Hunter Wilds beta, and the game glitched out a little bit. I realized that it was an open beta. It was a beta, and it only happened once. It was only visual. There was nothing major or anything like that happened. I got kicked out of the server once, but that was because over, I think it was 375,000 people tried logging in at once to get into this beta.
Also, like 2 guys. Gotcha.
Yeah. You know, it's held together by string and duct tape, you know?
So they're going, oh, look at all those people buying this game. Why would I want stock in Capcom?
Oh, yeah. This Capcom knows how to make video games. They have never really disappointed. There have been some strange offshoots, but nothing I would say that is like damning like Borderlands 2 or Duke Nukem Forever or anything in that area where it's like, I'm anticipating this game to come out. If it's got Capcom on there, I'm excited for it. Like, guaranteed. But, you know, also if it has Treyarch on there, oh boy, they know how to make a zombies game last for hours. I lost
a lot of the stuff
hours.
I'm seeing for the new version, I kind of like, and since it is on Game Pass, there might be a point where I try to clear up space, but it's just the game is so big.
It's 160 now with the patch,
and I can't like choose to just install
multiplayer and zombies. No, you have to have the campaign too.
Because I know you can do that on the disc versions of the games.
Yeah, no, not this one. This one's all inclusive. Because what they did is they put a lot of the campaign set pieces in the multiplayer maps. So they were just like, we'll just put it in
how rough it runs on cloud gaming.
Believe it or not, I've heard that it's actually doing really good. Like cloud gaming servers and base-wise. Sure, there is a little bit of latency for how fast-paced it is, but I don't think it's too bad just as long as you have a stable connection. That's
You know,
how
what's
I
frustrating
use
is
it.
I technically have the space on my external, but the game can't go on my external because it's just a regular external. It's not the special chip.
It needs the big boy.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Hopefully you figure something out with that because it is a darling of a game. Zombies is fun. Zombies is by far the best. I've sat in Liberty Falls for a long time. Terminus is an okay map now that I have visited it a couple times, but the Easter eggs to get unlockable skins that you can use on multiplayer or zombies is quite a challenge. There are challenges, and it it supersedes everything. Socks and I were a boggle because there's also a bowling Easter egg where you can start up a bowling match where you're bowling over zombies to get loot.
Nice.
I love all this. Oh, speaking of socks, socks in the chat just dropped a sub. Thank you, Ben.
Thank you. My
Uh,
chat is giving me a loading thing. What's going on?
yeah, no, but that was 5 months in a row. Hot no.
I'm gonna
Thank you.
reboot and come back in
All
because
right.
I am getting buffering symbols.
All right, while you're doing that, I'm going to talk about this month's Humble Choice is a big one. These ones are all bangers. Well, except for the last two I don't know too much about, but 6 out of 8 ain't bad. First one is Warhammer Darktide. If you have any inkling to even slide into the Warhammer scene, but without learning a lot of the lore, this is the, lack of better words, the trash heap going to pick up very specific things. The Suicide Squad going around. I love it. It's Left 4 Dead, but with a lot more versatility. Second up
Okay.
is Persona 4 Golden Edition. Not one of my favorite Personas, but it's still a banger. Beautiful music, beautiful art, a very bubbly cast, if you want to call it that, and an ending that rivals a lot of really good JRPG. Rah, Persona must end. Yes. Lamplighters League. If you've ever played XCOM and you have not one for, I keep forgetting to turn off that mobile thing. I've attached my phone to my computer, so I'm gonna fix that right now. Lamplighter League. It's XCOM but more noir instead of sci-fi. And it's on Game Pass right now, if I'm not mistaken. So if you happen to have an inkling for a nice harebrained scheme or a theft that needs to go right, this is not a bad game to play. Also, your choices matter type stuff.
I do like that.
Where the?
That's always a fun game mechanic.
There we go. But doop. Next up, Cassette Beast. Sure, it is a Pokemon knockoff, but it's a big Pokemon knockoff that plays fun. The music's great. It is super chill with its adaptation. Pokeballs are cassettes, and the creatures have their own very specific types. It's not bad. It's just not Pokemon. I don't know. If you're into that sort of stuff, I played through 3/4 of it. It's not a bad game. One that I
Real quick pause. That reminds me. Did you hear about the Pokemon TCG Pocket
yes, I
app
have. Yeah, and they
and how
were
it sold they've already made like $14 million on it.
anything to
And
open a pack, brother.
and if you don't spend money on it, it's gonna take you like 2 years to complete a full set
I mean, that makes
or something like that.
sense. I mean, that makes sense. You want to complete the set, then put the money down. That's kind of
But the
how it
thing
ends.
is once you complete the set, what's the point?
I'm sure they're
You
going to
know,
keep
so it's
at.
like why rush to finish that? Savor the game.
I think that it's going to be concurrent also. So it's going to be all the past packs as well as any new packs coming out.
Oh no, I'm sure. Yeah, I just don't understand the rush. Enjoy it,
Oh.
you know.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, $14 million like right off the bat or some shit like that. That's fucking insane. For
Genshin
sprites,
Impact.
for digital sprites.
For digital sprites, Genshin Impact hit like 21 in their first weekend. So I feel for it. I think Zenless Zone Zero hit like 8 to 10 for their first weekend. If you know how to make a gacha game, that's amazing. You already can make some money. You just have to make it appealing, and Pokemon is a great appealing for that. The Bookwalker, Thief of Tales. I love the art style. This game is a lot of walking around, talking, figuring out very simplistic puzzles, putting point A to point B or cog B to slot A type things. But at the same time, your choices in this one matter a lot more because it's how you are perceived. It's a very interesting storytelling game. I was here for it, and I believe it is also still in Game Pass. But it Karma Zoo. I've heard about this game a long time ago, back when Devolver Digital was doing their very wild and zany E3 things. And Karma Zoo is you and 10 people get through a game. You do not know these 10 people. You cannot join a pre-made lobby unless you are just with one other friend, and you will join eight or nine people, and you got to get through this game as one, as a collective of different animals. It's a really good premise. It's just I don't know if the player base will stick around to play this game. I'm hoping that when everybody's playing this game, like there's a dev or two that's just playing it on their off time and helps out. But if you need 10 people, that's tough. I also wonder how long this game is. But I digress. It was a cool concept to me. Hexarchy.
I gotta say the concept of having to work with that many randos. Oof.
It's woof, but there's a lot of tools that you can use to point or gesture to something. I just hope there is players when you're playing. Hexarchy, a 4X deck builder. This one looks like a lot. It looks like Slay the Spire mixed in with Risk, and I don't. This is where I was like, you kind of lost me on figuring all this out. May give this one away. It's got to be done very soon, so I'll just yuck it out. Part 2.
I would love a very well done Risk for like a very well done Risk video game. Like I know Risk games are out there, but like I would love to see a very well done version of that from somebody. Like it doesn't necessarily have to be Risk, but like the concept of Risk, it could be a totally original IP.
That's fair. It's just hopefully soon. Oh my god, there's so many fucking cards. But also it says 1 to 10 players, 45 minutes to 60 minutes, and 25% of the games end in rage quits. So I mean, if you have why can't they make Porch Builder? Catan, it kind of gives Catan, but Catan's more simple. Catan is just cards, tokens, and a little grid, not this big, huge map grid that I was looking at. This is too much. And also all these extra cards. There's no, like, who are all these people? It just feels like a lot. But finally, something that I know my wife would like, Garden Life, a cozy simulator. I believe this is Unreal Engine at its simplest, showcasing a lot of nice and cozy little places to build, learn. I believe this also has a few puzzles ingrained in the areas, so you can start unlocking things. I like it as a simple concept of just relax, grow stuff.
I mean, cozy games are a decent bet pretty much any time. We all need a little relaxation.
Right. Sometimes. I've been playing Black Ops, so I have no relaxation.
It's stress. It's nothing but stress. It's all chaos all the time.
As said, that's why I call myself Salt in the game. It's not. I'm not having a fun. I'm having a fun, but I'm not having a fun time. What comes with the
Gotta have a bad time.
We're gonna have a bad time. I should have pizza when I French fried. Good news, you get some extras when you purchase this Humble Bundle choice. You get an extra 65% off of the Imperial Edition upgrade version of Darktide, which gives you a few little bonuses, as well as a few extra maps that are exclusive to this edition. They are story related, so for those who actually give a dang about Darktide story, it's there. You don't need it. You definitely don't need it. I played base game for a long time. There's a lot of content there. Have no fear if you need to. Or 50% off of the Lamplighters League Nocturne, the only sold DLC that is for it right now, and apparently it's pretty good. It's got an 85% on Steam, If you happen to like it, you'll have the coupon until December 31st, 2024.
I do like coupons.
And this charity for this month is Movember.
You okay?
It's Move. I thought it was Move Ember, but I was like, no, because there's no two E's, so I had to stop myself there. But Movember, yes, is dedicated to changing the perception of men's health. Their mission is to take on mental health and suicide, testicular cancer, and prostate cancer. 5% of your donation to the Humble Monthly Choice, even if you do the yearly, 5% of that will be going straight to the Movember collective. And also, they
Very
want to make
nice.
sure that crisis text line is now available through your phone, as well as if you don't have a phone and don't want to deal with the phone, it is also available through their website. Whew.
Very nice, very nice.
To the very few people who play RuneScape still, good news. You can now get some 1 month membership along with a whole lot of really neat goodies for only $20. They give you a bunch of rune coins for cosmetics. They give you the monthly, which allows you to do other very interesting story quests that are only locked to the memberships. 100 keys if you want to gamble, 4 umbral chests if you want to keep gambling, and 10 medium protein packs if you want to study or train, I guess is the better word, and a few devour skinned pet, scimitar, and shield. I did not
That's
tell
cool.
Legna yet
I've
because
never once played RuneScape at all.
really, yeah, I played for a couple years, and then like I would sporadically be told, "Hey, there's this event going on." I'd be like, "All right, yeah, sure." I would pop in, have a little bit of a to do while listening to some music, and then very recently, it put into my perspective how old my account is. I picked up my 20-year cape, and I was like,
That's information I didn't need.
I was just like, oh boy. The premise of RuneScape is live a life, chat with people, build things. Like you can smith, you can mine, you can go and harvest runes, you can go and harvest plants, you can cut down trees, start fires, fish if you want to fish, fight people. There's a fighting arena as well as like story quests. It's not a bad game, it's just simplistic in its design. It's one of the oldest MMOs aside from World of Warcraft. This one, however, is a lot.
Ape.
Yeah, it is a lot more condensed. It's a lot lighter weight for like earlier PCs or for PCs that don't really have much specs. This here is fine to kind of fill in the gap.
Well, and
No.
now they have it on phone, right? The classic version's on your
Oh,
phone.
you are correct, Quincy. Yes, the new one is definitely on phone. And if you're a member on PC, you can take it over to the mobile version while you're trying to rest.
So can you go back and forth like that, like
Mhm,
the same account? Oh,
mhm.
that's cool. I like that.
But do. Generation Zero, a fine first-person shooter mixed in with kind of like a steampunky with actual punk vibes. It was fine. It wanted a lot to be desired. It wanted more stealth, and I'm not too big on stealth mechanics in first person. But if you
Yeah,
haven't
first
been,
person, I feel like that makes stealth a lot more difficult. Like I love like, Assassin's Creed, but like Thief was a bit of a bitch.
they was a bit of a bitch. What I had a major issue with, like differentiating the games. Generation Zero had a hard time doing it. Meanwhile, over on Far Cry, I can do it all day. Far Cry 3, I can be
Um
the most stealthy.
yeah, so I didn't start playing Far Cry until Far Cry 4 was a thing.
Ooh.
Um so then tried going backwards and stealth does not work in Far Cry 1.
Oh, Far Cry 1, it has no stealth. It is
Um
it was painted as a run and gun game.
And it's very much like there's a lot of missions in that it's like if you just do run and gun, you're getting your ass handed to you. I got very frustrated, and I just ended up not finishing Far Cry 1, and then I ended up jumping into 3 because everyone's talked about how great 3 is, and I didn't get very far into 3.
Mm.
Um, so yeah.
3 was a really good game. I love that story. Hugo,
Well, the villain is what really sells it for people, is what is my understanding.
kind of Von Voss.
I don't remember.
I don't remember either. Even still, he was a good villain. And the live action commercials that they came along with, fantastic. Couldn't have gotten a better boss. Yeah, in chat. Hugo also mentions that they had to really think about their stealth approach in Generation Zero. So, I mean, as said, this is someone's game. It just wasn't mine. But $15 gets you all 19 items. And there's a lot of really interesting DLCs, such as this patriotic dog humanoid thing. I wish there was better than explaining that. Otherwise, it's turrets, shotguns, a really nice looking car 98-ish. I don't know what the difference between them are. And then just a whole bunch of other skins, weapons, so on, more costumes. That looks like Sims. Uh Anyways, this helps out girls who code, which helps get women into coding video games as well as producer, so on, to also help them in their workshops, get workshops started up and put them into positions that they will excel in. Recently, they have just sent out a what do they call it? APB, All Point Bulletin, to basically say, hey, there's a whole lot of companies that are hiring, and Girls Who Code definitely gets one of the first dibs of allowance because they're working hard. And the second one is Special Effect, which helps out people with disabilities play video games, from injured soldiers to young disabled people who can't play any other way, whether they are in the hospital, hospice, rehabilitation center, or at home. These make sure that games are being played the way that they should be. Yes, sir. Boop.
I like that.
Yeah.
That's one of the things I've really liked about what Microsoft's done with the controller, the adaptable controller.
Yes, I actually saw one of those at a very distinctive point. I was helping move something, and I saw him, and I was like, "Does this work good?" And he was like, "Yeah, it works great, works fantastic." And he only had one arm, and I was just like, "Hell, if you can play games this way, amazing, fantastic."
That's great.
Shadowrun. I've played one thing of Shadowrun, and I was not a big fan. The game is a lot better. The tabletop, to me, is a little crunchy, but some people like that crunch. And if you want to start playing Shadowrun, this is probably the best way to do it. $30 gets you all 40 of these items, starting with, of course, just the original. Where is... Uh-oh. I thought the
What?
player's handbook was in this, but I guess not. I guess it's all indebted into the front couple pages of Shadowrun, I believe. But it also comes with Shadowrun Hong Kong, which is the game version. I love Hong Kong. Hong Kong is a fantastic game. Kind of a bummer that they didn't throw in Dragon Spine, but you know, can't have them all. I guess they got Dragon Bones. I don't know if that's any different. But if you happen to want all 30 or 40 of these for $30, it helps out. Bink! The Book Industry Charitable, which is the brick and mortar stores making sure that their employees as well as their financial standing is going to be positive. They want to make sure that just everyone's taken care of in any way, shape, or form. Just making sure that their jobs are secure in the future, because comic book shops kind of a lot of money to keep up right now. And I'm glad that there are charities that help out with this. And speaking of comics, Black Hammer. I've read one of these a long time ago, but not this version. Do you know anything about Black Hammer? I know it's one of the uncommon ones to hear.
Let me hold on. I gotta pull the secondary stream up because the first stream bogged down.
Oh, this one did?
So the actual Twitch one slowed down and I fell behind. So here we go. Scroll down a little bit. I know I've seen the title and it's Dark Horse Comics. So
yes.
I don't think I've read any of this. It all does look very familiar. I've definitely seen it like at the store and stuff.
Okay. I want to say I saw a gentleman. Yeah. This is it. The last days of Black Hammer. Okay, so I assume this is his daughter.
I don't know.
I don't either. So, few. Okay, well, even still, a lot of Black Hammer comics with some very nice looking covers. I am here for all of these very occult style ones. And then further down, you got May's book, another interesting cover with a strange premise to it. Berserker Unbound, which looks to put a Conan the Barbarian in current times, and that does seem kind of interesting. Another odd one called Sherlock Frankenstein and the Legion of Evil.
I've definitely seen this one. I again have not read it.
Skulldigger and Skeleton Boy from the world of Black Hammer. So this is another couple of heroes, anti-heroes. I don't know. Barbalian, the Red Planet. I have seen this cover a couple times. Black Hammer 45, which I guess goes back to World War II. When did World War II start?
Technically, I want to say 42.
Okay. Colonel Weird and the Little Andromeda with a very
Sorry,
interesting.
39. I don't know where my brain was at. 39. I think we got involved in 42.
Gotcha. Colonel Weird and the Little Andromeda looks like it's a crayon coloring or
Right
like a
now. I'm all
watercolor.
over the place.
That's fine. And then another Colonel Weird Cosmogog. These are very interesting like premises. Oh, okay. So Black Hammer
Or
the
Black
event.
Hammer.
Black Hammer the event, and there behind is Black Hammer, and I assume this is his daughter. Okay, cool. Figured it out. Oh, and this is where all the other ones are coming from. Interesting. I might actually get this one. Don't know. We'll sleep on it. But this one here also helps out the Hero Initiative. Very similar to Bink. This one here is much more for the comic book artists and the craftsmen instead of the brick and mortar stores. For any of the artists that are having a difficult time trying to make their way, the Hero Initiative puts a little bit more forward to help make sure that they can find a financial safety net. But speaking of Game Pass from a little bit ago, available to yesterday, Metal Slug Tactics, which I heard the console and the PC version are way better than the mobile version, so I may grab it. It also has characters from King of Fighters that were brought over from Metal Slug to King of Fighters and now going back to Metal Slug. So, hooray! StarCraft Remastered 1 and StarCraft 2, no DLC for either one of them. So if you want the DLC, you'll have to pay a little bit. And Go Mecha Ball, which I heard was super cool, was already on console, but now is back. Did it leave? Because I played a round of it. I just was not aware that it left.
Which one? Oh, Go Mecha Ball. I don't remember seeing that for a while, so it may have left.
But even still, it's back, and I'm actually kind of happy. It was very fun. And for the second half, we have the Rewinder. I did not look this one up. Do you know anything of this one?
Not at all.
Well, it looks fine. It looks really beautiful. It has
You can rewind.
take a rewinder. Another Turnip Boy game. Turnip Boy robs a bank. First they committed tax fraud, and spoilers for the end of that game, they were not caught. But at this one, there seems to be some bigger ploys, such as having the what's where all to rob a bank.
The only thing that sucks about this is that I haven't played any of them, and they take the other ones off every time they put a new one on.
Did they really? Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like they took his tax fraud off. Oh, tax fraud one off when they put one of the other ones on, and now they have this one on here and this is on here.
Gotcha. I heard they're not really too far connected, considering he's committing another crime. So take that as you will. Also, And finally, a mystery-style game with a little bit of Jurassic Park feel to it, Harold Halibut, where you play as Harold, figuring out a mystery of life. While also, I think there's a murder involved. Don't quote me on that part. But good to see that more mystery games are starting to pop out. They do. Finally, the Switch 2 has a few confirmations. Not the one I'm looking for, but the one that Quincy's looking for.
What's funny is this is confirmed.
This is confirmed.
According
yes.
according to IGN, this is confirmed. However, the console is not announced, which is very interesting.
That too. Two things. The first one is OLEDs have not been confirmed for the new one, which kind of badgers me because I love OLED screens. They are very nice to look at. They are very soft on the eyes, even harsh colors. Like if the whole screen went white, it wouldn't blind you. I appreciate that. The second thing that about the link was, hooray! If you have Switch games, it'll work on the Switch 2, which means that the Switch 2's hardware, from what has been rumored, is going to be very strong. It will be playing these games at 1080p, 65 frames. They said the extra 5 frames is in case of hiccups. And I'm here for it. I am hoping that this Switch 2 does a lot better than Switch 1, as far as visually. And also the stick drift. Get rid of stick drift.
I thought that would be confirmed. To be coming, that is.
No, nothing. We know
Yeah,
as
stick drift. That was my joke.
oh, yeah. And the other thing is, I'm mad that they're announcing that your Switch games will work for this before they even announce the damn thing. Like,
Well, no,
private
because that
games.
was very important to me. Because I've been very back and forth. Do I buy a Switch or do I wait till Switch 2? They've been talking about a fucking Switch coming out this holiday season for a while now. It's been rumored, and I really want a Switch. But I was like, if it's going to play Switch games, I don't need to buy a Switch then. I'll just wait for the new console. So this has helped me decide not to buy a console right now and to wait.
And yeah, and when the Switch 2 comes out, it'll probably drop down the price of the regular Switch too. But how much would you pay for a Switch 2?
Oh, I don't know. I'd have to look at like what all it does and things like that.
Okay, get the features out. Gotcha.
Yeah, and I'd also have to make sure that it actually does everything I'm expecting a Switch 2 to do. The other thing, though, that they said was that the Nintendo membership stuff that we're getting, where you get to play the old games, that will be coming over to this as well.
I sure should hope so. God damn.
I mean, this is the company that more than once has made a console that made the previous games obsolete and not usable.
No comment. Nintendo, we love you. We just be better. Don't be like Sony.
Yeah,
Be better.
I was gonna say it's not like they're the only one out there doing it.
That's right. To not be able to play PlayStation 2 games on a base model PlayStation 3 is rough for my mentality. To not still be able to play it on a PS5 boggles my little tiny woggle.
Oh, you have to go through and buy them again.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm alright. Nintendo had trained snipers on you right now. I don't give a damn. Take the shot. You know I'm right. Any other gaming news, Q?
I think that's it.
That is it. We got kind of like a halfway of a video game news with a shoe news. Fortnite has had a Nike collaboration for almost 2 years now. As of November 12th, they're bringing out yet another fleshed out skin that is going to be on one of the characters, or available to be worn on one of the characters. And they said these shoes are going to be real. On the 12th, they will be real as the skin in Fortnite. They are trying to promote both the skin and actual shoes. The Black Toe Reimagined, which is taken from their earlier one of Black Toe, which is supposed to be completely black, with the red shoelaces on one and the black on the other, and a white swoosh. But these ones reimagined look great, look fantastic. $120 if you're happening to want to Get the real shoes. However, in game, I think if it's anything like how the other skins are, probably anywhere between 2,000 to 2,800 V-Bucks. That's my guess on that. Oh, Socks in Chat also mentions Snoop Dogg is in Fortnite.
Yeah, they're redoing a past season, right?
That is correct. They're doing the remix. Um, not that I have a problem with it, but it is very interesting to note he crip walks as his emote.
I mean,
You're teaching kids to crip walk.
I think the big problem is that that's gonna be a bunch of white kids doing it.
Oh God, just don't. Okay, but even still, it's a good collaboration. It's a good set of skins. He got his transformation into his doggy dog form. And they're
She read his
bringing
new movie.
a bit of new movie.
Yeah, he's making a movie.
No, what is it?
He says that his like one of his all-time favorite franchises is Planet of the Apes. So he said, think Planet of the Apes, but with dogs.
When is this coming out? Do you know?
I don't know.
Oh boy. Even still, get ready, November 12th. But just a kind of a funny joke from Nike, or a sick, humorous one, a dark joke, I would call it. Trainer Hurricane set has dropped, and they're pushing this to be sold in the lower states that have been hit by not one, not two, but twice hurricanes. Both hurricanes came back around to Florida twice.
This feels questionable.
This feels questionable, but at the same time, it doesn't look bad. Like, as far as rain gear, this looks pretty good. I don't think they're $210 for the shoe, and I believe it is $80. I didn't get the price for the jacket. Just the shoes. Yeah. I'm sure it's gonna be 80 for the windbreaker. Windbreaker? Water breaker?
I don't know what you would call it.
I don't either. Just because I'm a huge fan of Vaporwave. These Nike Vaporwave-esque dark blue to hot pink shoes look fantastic. Being released on, I think it just is November 21st, 2024. I like just the look of them. They look very simple. A zipper instead of actual ties, if you happen to want to do it that way. I don't quite get the difference between the two, but you know, they look good. $190. And just see, this even says December. They don't even know what date this is going for. Holiday. That was the original statement I saw. Hugo says in chat, Vaporwave does not look bonita on the feet. Ads. Sorry. Gotta keep the show afloat. And last but not least, just because I always want to talk about it, guess what? We got more Crocs. But however, this is a glow-in-the-dark Croc. How do you feel about a glow-in-the-dark Croc?
Why would that improve it?
That's
it's still
fair.
a Croc at its base level.
Okay. But even still, these glow-in-the-dark Crocs are going to be kind of portrayed in this very large light at one of the shoe expo thingies that's going to be coming around Vegas. I don't think I will be attending, but I'm glad that they're... here we go. Complex Con happening November 16th and 17th. And this is the glow-in-the-dark Borealis that is going to be on the main stage. I worry about it. I just a glowing Croc. I worry if it actually has radiation. Oh, thanks, Socks, for the gift. Much appreciated. Ooh.
Well, thank you.
So, Quincy sent me this link, and I said, I've been doing a little bit better with my sugars. I'm not eating a lot of sugars lately. And then he sends me this, and I said, well, the Reese's Peanut Butter Cup filling. Not the peanut butter that they sell that tastes like weird oil. No. This is the stuff that is in a Reese's Peanut Butter Cup. I want this. I'm gonna make a PB&J with. I'm gonna make
if
a
it's
PB&J
just the
with this.
peanut butter, then sugar-wise, you should be okay. Peanut butter is great for you. It's actually really good for you.
It still has a lot of sugar. That oil is super sugary.
I mean, it shouldn't be if it's just peanut butter.
But this is also where the second problem of my thing is, where I would probably do Reese's and Nutella.
Nutella's better for you than some things.
Okay. I'm going to die by purchasing
I mean,
these.
hazelnuts.
Yeah, hazelnut's a little good for me. You got 2 grams of protein. Yum, yum.
If you get this, I want to try some.
Fair enough. I'll call you over. I definitely might be getting this. This is some delicious shit.
We'll make a day out of it. We'll buy all kinds of stuff to spread.
Pause.
Phrasing.
Phrasing. Speaking of Reese's peanut butter cups, I already have some devious ideas for the half of a pound cup Reese's. Oh boy. This shit. So what I would do, I would freeze it, right? It's a half pound, so it's a bowl. It would be a small bowl. I would carve out a little bit of the top, put that elsewhere. Don't really need that right now. Maybe chew on it while I'm making it. Plop me down either peanut butter ice cream or a really good chocolate chip cookie dough ice cream right there in the middle. Just one big dollop and just let it melt for a little bit. And then just start eating at it. Oh boy.
I'm hoping they bring back the pie because I didn't get to try the pie last time. The one that's just a giant Reese's cup.
Oh. I've never seen that. I've seen these half-pound cups before, a long time ago.
The Instagram you're on right now, if you scroll through their stuff, they should have a throwback post to it. Not very far down. You might go to the actual page.
Yep. I'm going.
Yeah, Snackolator?
Snackolator.
Right there. Oh, go down. Right there.
I got it. A 9-inch cup pie. You could thank us later. Wow. So I don't think I've ever told anyone this, but in my closet, I won a contest from unwrapping one of the pretzel Reese's peanut butter cups, and it had a code, and I entered the code in, just being like whatever during my lunch, and it got me a sweater, a Reese's peanut butter cup sweater, and it is the most god awful, ugly thing.
But you love it.
It's charming, but I would never wear it. But
excuse me, sorry.
You're golden, bless you. But there was a couple things that I've seen, such as oh god damn it, not what I wanted. But up here is there it is, the dill pickle crunchy flaming hot chips. No, I'm all right, man. No, I'm all right. That worries me. Boop. Something that doesn't worry me, but I would like to try. Sadly, it's only in France where Hot Ones doesn't take place.
That's interesting.
Yeah, it takes place in New York. But you get 3 very interesting flavors. Hell Pinata at 10,000 Scoville units. Thai Toy at 70,000 Scoville units. And Embrace Moi 200,000 Scoville units. I would probably try anything under the 70, but I'd probably dip.
I would try all 3. I'd hate it. I also don't have to eat the whole thing. I can just dip it.
Yeah. Just a small thing. Yeah. I probably would do just a small dab, the last dab, the only one I would do. I hope that it comes here to the States because that's not. I feel
like this would sell well here.
It would do pretty good. And last but not least, from Snackolator comes Goose Creek Candles and Pillsbury, a baking goods. So you have yourself 9 pretty good. Which one would you get out of all these before I go down the list?
They're so zoomed out on my screen. Hold on. No, you're fine. I can fix this for myself.
Copy Delta.
Oh, let's see. Ooh, apple pie would be good.
Apple pie would be good.
No, it would probably be either the cookie, the chocolate chip cookie dough, or the cinnamon roll.
Okay. Not bad. I also may go for the cinnamon roll, but you have cinnamon rolls, buttermilk biscuits, which is my tops, banana bread, perfect apple pie, apple cinnamon bread, crescents, sugar cookie dough, chocolate chip cookie dough, and pumpkin spice rolls. I believe that it is now available because it says get these new candles from Goose Creek. I'm gonna go check it out right now while we're kind of running around. Jesus, this is like a Bed Bath Beyond. There it is. Ah, you bitch. That's not what I wanted. Candles. New arrivals. There we go. $12 on sale. That's not bad for a good smelling candle.
That's not too bad. Yeah, $12 is actually pretty fair.
Considering everything was kind of going up and thrown around in price, this is a pretty good set. Yo, if you want to get some good candles, goosecreekcandle.com and just shop. Holy cow. Holy cow. An interesting idea. I don't really fuck with candles too much, but for these, maybe. Speaking of fucking with these and possibly purchasing more than I should, Magic the Gathering. Secret Lair and Marvel had their slight hint a little while ago, and as of middle of October, they released some of the cards. I thought when they were releasing the pre-cons, we were going to get full orchestrated decks. That's not the case. We only got a couple cards from them. But amongst them, if you happen to purchase through MagicSecretLair.com and purchase $199, you get the Arcane Signet, but it changes its name to Earth's Mightiest Emblem, which is the Avengers Tower. I believe it comes in.
What is Arcane Signet normally?
It is a symbol that allows you to tap it and allows you to gain an extra color of your commander's identity. However, this is just a reprint, so to speak. It's an interesting one to choose from, and I would have preferred a hero rather than the would you? Am I being not fair and hoping for something better than Avengers Tower as a bonus?
What's the logo normally?
Let me go and grab it on the other screen. Give me like 2 seconds.
Because I think that's the thing you have to kind of compare it to, you know?
Sure. Oops. That was not what I wanted. There we go. There.
Okay. I mean, it's a hand. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I guess. I don't know. I'd probably be fine with Avengers Tower.
Okay. Even still, it's strange to me. But spend $199, you get that. But also the Secret Lair, very specific holo and non-holo cards. They look great. The 6-pack of the Marvel's Black Panther features him as the legendary creature. He also has gained the Noble route in case you have a Noble deck, which are making a return thanks to the the Bloomborough stuff that just came out very recently. Heroic Intervention, same card, just different art. Wakanda Skyscraper replaces Karn's Bastion. Primal Vigor replaces itself as Bast's Blessing. And Secure the Waste has another rechange. And the Warrior tokens, once again, look Wakandan. $40 for the non-foil, $50 for the holo. Going down the list very quickly, however, Captain America, same thing, has a couple cards rechanged, while also some cards are the same, but has the Captain America colorings to them. Iron Man, same thing, but he has treasure cards that are unique to him, which I kind of fancy treasure decks. Also Soul Ring, what a dickhead. Of course he would have the Soul Ring. And Storm. I really like all of the arts on Storms. I would love to see these in physical in the foil variants. She also is seen as, of course, a mutant. And mutant decks I haven't seen too many of, but now that Storm is in a precon, I'm hoping that her deck is leaning more toward mutants and mutant stacking, lack of better words. And last but not least, Wolverine. very old school style costumes, I've noticed. The first two feel very old school, while it gets a little more newer as you go down the line. Uh, this is how he was born, yes, or not born, made into his
So the middle one, is that what you're talking about?
this one bottom
Oh,
right.
bottom right. Okay, bottom right. Yeah, so that's him in like the X-23 chamber. I'm assuming. And then yeah, you've got like the classic suit top left. You've got like him kind of being the crazed hunter, the
So
bottom left, and then the middle. That's the brown one. So that's the suit he wears when he fights Hulk. And then far right you have. Oh, sorry, far right you have X-23. I said X-23 when talking about the chamber down at the bottom. I meant Weapon X, not X-23. Weapon
gotcha,
X.
gotcha.
Yeah. So then top right you have X-23 and him in the back in a classic look. Fun fact: initially, when they first wrote the comics, his claws did not come out of his hands. It was something he wore.
Oh,
That was later retconned, and we eventually get the bone claw concept, and then we eventually get that they added adamantium to him later.
him crawling out of the Sentinel looks super cool. And once again, I would love to see these in full foil. These look
Yeah, those would be cool to foil.
fantastic. Oh my god. Magic the Gathering and Marvel Spider-Man. This was announced same time as the Marvel stuff on the 18th. I didn't know if Quincy saw it, and I kind of was like, I can hold off until
I haven't seen full images of any of them, but
okay,
I knew it was going to be a thing.
I've only seen one, and it was just the Commander card, which is just Spidey doing his web sling pose. And I'm actually super excited to see what other cards. I'm happy to. They are all getting a precon, so It's going to be from rumor. It is going to be Spider-Man, Green Goblin, Rhino, and Venom. And I'm like, okay, not a bad 4-pack, maybe. Surprised that there isn't like anyone around on the positive side, but we will see a little bit later, hopefully. And finally, I've heard about these for a while, and I kind of held it in my chest, and I said, I don't want it. But I want
I
it.
don't need it.
I don't need it.
I don't need it.
Coming
I
June
need it.
Coming June 13th, 2025, Magic the Gathering and Final Fantasy. This is stretching all across Final Fantasy from 4 to 15. And there are going to be 4 precons. One that is, I believe, a mixture of 4 through 6, 7 through 9, and 10 through 15. And then, or no, 10 through 13, and then 14, 15. I think. Don't quote me on that. I just know that they have Lightning, Titus, and Emmet Selch, who is a douchebag in game. But I'm here for all these cards. I'm here for every single one. I see this cute little freaking Moogle here, and I say, "Give me your stuff." I've already signed up. I'm here for when it's gonna. Oh, Titus kissing, yeah. Final Fantasy X is one of my favorites. But seeing Sephiroth up here, I'm like, ooh, we're going to get a Sephiroth deck? Here are the precons. I don't know why I brought them up. And finally, for those of you who really like collectibles, over at Entertainment Earth, they have a 30% off early Black Friday deals. And these change daily. I believe daily at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, around there, they will update. And, there's some pretty cool stuff if you happen to want to take a look at them real quick. And if you use the coupon Preternia, you get yourself 10 extra % off and free shipping on $39 by using that code. We're just going to do this then. Fine.
Oh God, will you hold it with the goddamn hammer?
Whoa. They got fucking Matt Cardona figures. Yo. Oh, and an Ecto 1.
At first I was like, why are you doing that? And then I saw the back card on it. Oh.
That's a really nice looking Ecto. Starscream, good old Soundwave. I don't know who the fuck Brian Myers is. Zack Snyder's Justice League Wonder Woman statue.
I mean, I got nothing against Gal, but
mm. Avengers Captain America Avengers Assemble Edition SH Figuarts action figure. I love SH Figuarts. They are inexpensive, but they look so dang good. $62.99 for that one. Give me what's his name? The red cloak guy. I have his PS2 game. Oh, Dirge Cerberus. Yeah. Vincent Valentine. Yeah.
glad you know what that meant because I had no idea.
That's fair. They also sell memes. If you want memes, you can have memes. Also, this on the Mandalorian, I've seen this whole thing. This actually looks really nice as a statue.
Well, that's sick.
Yeah. And it even has a nice little backdrop.
Ooh, I like that.
What else they got? They got Super Tom and Super Jerry.
Nice.
Joker figure, a couple goblins. Nothing else that I reckon. Holy crap! The dad from Dinosaurs, Sinclair. That is an old ass reference. If anyone has ever seen Dinosaurs, man, I'm sorry. Huey, Dewey, Louie, a couple very chibified Batmans. Ein from Cowboy Bebop, that's sparkly. That's adorable.
I mean, mine is pretty fucking amazing, so that is adorable.
But would you pay $63.99?
Oh, absolutely not. But I know people that probably.
I also know people that. Oh, it's actually not that bad of size. I thought it was smaller than that. Oh, it even comes with the brain drain machine.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, and his dog bowl. Oh, and he comes in the case.
He does what in the case?
So when you first run into him, he's in a briefcase, a locked briefcase that has a pillow.
Right. Yeah.
I actually really like this. That's not a bad one. Original price. It's on Netflix right now. $85 for it. You know, that's a pretty bit of a steep price, but luckily it is early Black Friday sale, $63.99.
And for US shipping, so there's that.
Oh yeah, and if you use code Preternia, you save $6.40.
I think Preternia is a really interesting page to follow. I think people should go find them. They're on most social media platforms. We pulled this one from their
Insta.
From their Insta, yeah.
Oh, and a really nice Spider-Man front and center. Haha. I really like the
crotch shot.
And also, if you ever want to cosplay, one of my favorite people, Schizophrenia.
No.
That's some sense you got there.
The fact that this doesn't have the pumpkin bomb with it is a bit of a letdown.
It is a bit of a letdown, but at least you can set it up somewhere and have it just yell at you. Just have it be like, "Coward, you had him in your grasp. You let him go."
You know what? I'm gonna buy this. I'm gonna set it up on my computer desk, and it's gonna be what I turn to when I'm having writer's block. I'm just having an argument with it, and maybe it'll lead me to be able to write more.
Coward, pick up that pen. Write until your fingers bleed. But this here is $125, sold specifically at Target.
Try to get some of those interesting exclusives.
Yeah, and speaking of which, the Gundam base tour is bypassing Vegas. We are not going to see it this year.
I mean, it's not like I've actually ever done that, but still kind of sucks.
I mean, I probably would have been around with it. Yeah, sorry, I turned off blurps for the cast. Sorry, everybody. But that's all I got for today. Bah. Anything else you got, Q?
No. Although, I did want to let you know, I decided to move. I'm not uninstalling. I moved one of my games I'm playing from eternal storage to external storage to make room. I will see about possibly downloading Call of Duty.
Hell yeah, brother.
I can't promise a lot of playtime will happen, but maybe the occasional.
Oh, brother, if you're playing zombies, you're at least dedicating 2.5 hours.
Although I did just realize I moved all
of Cyberpunk over and still don't have enough space for fucking Call of Duty.
Yikes. Jesus. Well, thank you guys for joining us. Remember to like and subscribe where you can. Remember to check links down in the description for our own personal Twitters. I've been reblogging a lot of wrestling stuff recently because a lot of wrestling stuff has been happening. Remember to check out our Zenny. Remember to pop over to the good old Hamba Bundle, save you some good old money, and also help out charities. And I believe that's it for now. I'm still working on the Steel Series contract. I want to make sure everything's nice before I go signing anything extra away. It doesn't use Impact, so it's not like I could just hop over there. But at the end of days, at the end of weeks, at the end of months, at the end of years, remember to love one another. It is definitely free to do. Bye, everybody.
Bye, everyone.
Yeah,